Hey, Matthew, get that chicken out of here. Rusty, that chicken hey, wait, hey, that thing's flying all over the studio. Grab it. Run that thing out the door over there.
Look at him, son. What's your problem, son? Chase me around the studio. Don't you know you could get hurt chasing a chicken around the studio?
What are you doing in here, Foghorn?
Yeah, look at here. Look at here, son. You don't know what you're doing, son. You can't catch a chicken like that. You have to lay out some feed for him or something, man. That is just chasing the chicken around ain't gonna get you nowhere fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what you doing in here?
Son, look at here. I come in here to bring you my portfolio. I say my portfolio. You always asking for portfolios. So I'm bringing mine in here today. I want you to look at it, because when I get old and gray, I want to retire.
Well, I'm sorry, Foghorn. I know why you're here. We'll be glad to help you with your portfolio.
I appreciate it, son. I'm gonna go outside. There's a fella out there with some French fried potatoes out there on the porch, son.
Oh, okay. Well, you go on right. I think you better watch it. He likes fried chicken too.
You got any more of them French fried potatoes, son?
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep your portfolio cooped up, son. Take it to David Ernest. Get it? Portfolio. Cooped up. I'm a rooster. That's a joke. That's a joke, son.
The best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I need fun. That's what I want.
From our super secret studios in an abandoned fireworks stand, it's the Health and Wealth Show. I'm Rusty, and for the next 30 minutes, you're going to hear some good news about your money. Now, here's your host, the big boss of your bucks, the prince of penny rollers, the guy who tore open his Dell computer and shouted, "Hey, there ain't no farmer in here." It's David Ernest.
Thank you, Rusty. Man, that chicken had me all tore up there.
This is just running around like a chicken with his head.
But he made a lot of sense.
Well, it's sometimes you got folks like that chicken there that just they got it,
Yeah, and I tell you one thing, I am chicken myself of some of these storms going on.
I tell you what, not just the ones blowing away stuff.
No,
I mean blowing away restaurants and big cows down there in Panama City.
I'm telling you,
it's bad.
It was bad. I got a condo down there, and we're still trying to figure out what's going on down there.
You hadn't got a condo monitor down there that could call you and tell you?
Well, we got a picture of the pool. It's still there. The water's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, of course, Pineapple Willie's lost his top, and some other people lost their wigs. And
yeah, I saw some pictures. A lot of stuff's messed up down there.
some people lost their feathers.
Mm-hmm. Even that chicken we were talking to.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason why he came up here. The name of this show is Chicken in the Storm, or Chicken of Storms, and I am a chicken in a storm, man. I got a storm shelter you wouldn't believe down below my house.
I know it's like a sub basement or something.
I'm telling you.
You can go underground and just stay down there.
You talking about Mr. Conservative right here, and these storms that are brewing in the stock market, they scare me even more. And if you ain't a chicken in the storm right now, there's something wrong with you. You one of them big high rollers, as a friend of mine. You a high roller? I'm not going to be high rolling in. The only thing that goes high in a storm is something that gets blown away, man. Not blown. If it goes wrong, it's not the right song. It's bad.
Yeah, this last big storm was Michael. And I wonder when it came in if it went hee hee.
Uh-oh.
Michael. I don't know.
It could, as far as I'm concerned, it can do a moonwalk on out of here.
It might have moonwalked out of there. But seriously, though,
yeah,
a lot of folks, a lot of damage down there.
It's sad.
I think there were a couple of fatalities too.
Oh, that's the saddest part when that happens. It's bad enough when the chickens get their heads all chopped off down there, but there's all kinds of storms, Rusty. Now. Yes, I'm a very conservative guy, and I believe in conservative politics.
Yeah.
But I've got a science background, and I'm not trying to get anybody angry at me or mad at me or anything like that. But it's obvious to me that the storms are getting stronger. It's obvious to me the Earth is heating up. And it's obvious to me that there's things going on.
Do you think it's more global warming or climate change? Because, throughout history, the climate has changed from time to time. I mean, this area right here was once like, ice and stuff.
Right. And good use. Yeah. You remember the Little Ice Age? It was the problem, or what they said caused the Little Ice Age, was that the sun itself became a little dimmer or a little colder or what do you want to something happened.
The sun
So
became
these things happen. That's true.
the sun became a Democrat. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. A Democrat. Okay. I get it. The sun has a lot. That's what you call natural phenomena. Yes, we don't know what's natural is going on, but we have heard, I've read recently, that the sun is going to go through possibly another cycle like that again, which could offset the carbon, the CO2 in the air. We are rising up with CO2, and it does cause the Earth to heat up. We know this. It doesn't work for industry to have to. Here's the problem with it. If we get laden down so much that we overspend on trying to protect ourselves, then our economy crashes. So it's a delicate balance. And I don't really want to say which way is right or wrong, but to say that it's not happening or couldn't happen, to me, is kind of foolish. And to overspend and make it where you can't even do anything is also foolish. In other words, there's got to be a happy balance somewhere.
I just know, as soon as he was out of the White House, Al Gore starts this thing, and the man's got no credentials, as far as I know.
I know.
And he's making money hand over fist off.
He's made
this
a
thing.
lot of money off this.
And it just, and some people
Yes.
will just about believe anything you tell them.
Right.
And they sometimes they be the most vocal peoples, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, what you got to understand is that in the socialistic kind of government,
Yeah.
is that, and when they do research, I had a friend of mine, he's a scientist too. He said, look where the money is coming from. The money's coming from the universities, or coming from the government to study climate change. Of course, they're going to be pro climate change. Okay, I understand that influence. But I also know when you see storms getting stronger, you can call it natural phenomenal, but it kind of scares the wits out of me. If in the year 2050 we say, oh, we wish we'd done something, maybe we would. I don't know, but I probably won't be here to see it. But somebody will be.
Well, they said that the storm that just hit here recently,
Michael?
yeah, that they had not had a storm like that in, I don't know, 40, 50 years. Could it just be?
Well, they say it's the strongest storm that ever hit that area.
Right, but could it just be cycling back through and then ease off?
I don't know.
some?
It was a fast-hitting storm, luckily. But if it hadn't been going so fast, maybe it would have been much more damage. There was bad damage. But people don't pay attention to things. Look at the stock market, man. Look, it's going up and down, and it's giving all these kind of signals. Okay, is it an adjustment or what you call a correction, or is it going to go up some more? Who the heck knows? But I tell you one thing, I'm not in it right now. I'm in it in the way that I won't lose if it goes down.
Right.
I'm in it in a way that it'll go up if it goes up. Can win and not lose.
There you go. I just thought of something.
What's that?
I can see the parallel between you and the weatherman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got the weatherman over here. Well, this hurricane's coming, this big old storm. You better get your bread and milk and get set and everything. And we got you over here. Well, you got your portfolio and things are happening over there in that stock market and everything. You need to get your ducks in a row. So it's kind of a parallel of you warning people, just like the weatherman is. And people really should pay attention because, some don't. That's the thing. There people were down there that said they weren't leaving, and then they're like, come get us. And they're like, no, we can't. So that's kind of a parallel
that's
thing.
happened. It's actually happened to me. When the market got really turbulent a few times, I had people calling me, begging me to do something for them. And what can I do? You got in the storm and you're down drowning. I can't come down there and help you in the stock market land.
You got that barn door and the horse is done run out. What can you do?
If you get out before the storm hits, we can do some things.
There you go.
But if you don't get out of there, if you don't at least look at the alternative, you got to have an escape route, an escape route. You got to be able to at least be able to move pretty quickly. If you just sit around saying, well, I'm just going to wait, I'm not going to have a plan. The government's going to save me. My financial person's going to take care of the government financial person that's not really calling you every year is going to take care of it. Maybe so. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they will.
It's that grasshopper and ant all over
I don't know.
again.
I'm not knocking financial people. listen, you may have the greatest person in the world taking care of your portfolio, and that's good if they are. But I see every time we go through a cycle like this,
Yeah.
somebody says, I wished I had talked to you. I wished I had listened. I wished I had changed things before it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that there's things that can go up and not go down. No way. When it goes up, it don't go up as much as the stuff when it's on steroids, like the stock market is right now.
Well, if your knee is hurting, like it does sometimes when a storm is on the way, you might want to pick up your phone and call David Ernest at 279-7431. That's 334-279-7431. And just set up an appointment. Time to go by and visit with him and talk and find out what he can do for you and your portfolio. You can also check out David's website at retirewithernest.com. Check him out on Facebook and like that Facebook for him. That's Health and Wealth with David Ernest. And there you'll find a link to David's YouTube channel. It's got a lot of our previous programs and some funny stuff on there. So while David's checking out your portfolio, you can have a chuckle and take the edge off there. But call David today at 279-7431.
Yeah. You know, in this world, there's more than one way to skin a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to make your feelings hurt.
Well, you got to catch him first, because they know that you're up to something. Yeah.
But the thing is, if the storm is coming or could be coming, or maybe it's not coming, maybe it's just going to glance us and move on. I don't know. You don't know. If you don't have insurance, I was talking to an insurance guy the other day that sells property and casualty. He said that Michael was coming on. He said, you know how many people called me today? He said, I had to put my phone on, like where he wouldn't answer it. He said they were blowing his phone up, asking if they could buy insurance, but they put a moratorium on it. In other words, these insurance companies are not crazy, man. When they see that storm coming, they don't sell insurance. You get me?
Right.
I mean, they're not completely stupid.
So you had to have it before all this happened.
And that's the same point with the storm in the stock market. If it's already going down and you want to be saved, you got to get out before it really goes completely bananas.
Right.
And so when a ship is going up and down and it's in a big storm and maybe there's a lifeboat there and you can get in it and you're saying, no, I'm just going to hang here for a while because I don't think it might not go down. And then the lifeboats leave. Where are you?
You right there on the burning deck, I guess.
Well, it could be. So you need to have reviews of your portfolio very frequently, and you need to know what's going on. Friends, there are turbulences going on in our economy right now, good and bad. Trump said, hey, it's the Fed's fault. Yeah, it's the Feds. They bring the interest rates up. And someone else says it's some other fault. And some of them said, well, it's the Chinese. It's the Chinese that did it. They're monkeying with us in the trade thing. And somebody else says, no, it's the bond rates. It's the bond rates that's going on. It's the bond. Listen, it doesn't really matter what it is. The fact is, it is what it is.
Yes, it's happening, and you better do something.
We're in times of adjustment. In times of adjustment, if your spine gets out of a line, you got to get that thing straightened out, or you'll be a humpback forever.
Yes, you will. I know a guy that can fix that for you. We'll talk about that some other time. So, once again, you want to get something done now before it's too late, you need to call David Ernest at 279-7431. That's 334 if you need the area code, 279-7431. And if you'd like a written transcript of this program, you really should have gotten a pencil and paper when we started the whole thing about the chicken and started writing by then, because we're not going to write it down for you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I'm not saying the stock market's going down by any means. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm just saying be ready for it. Doesn't look good. It's looking funny.
All right. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Health and Wealth with David Ernest in just mere moments.
Good advice is sometimes hard to come by. That's why you should find a financial professional you can trust. There may not be such a thing as a perfect investment, Every financial choice involves trade-offs. It is helpful to have a financial professional on your side to help you organize your goals and have a better understanding of the pros and cons of any financial decision. At Earnest Financial, we focus on working with you to meet your financial goals and provide the advice that can help minimize the hazards you may face. Give our office a call at 334-279-7431 or visit us online at retirewithernest.com.
Throughout our working years, we attempt to accumulate as many eggs as possible into our retirement nest. Unfortunately, many people spend their energy focusing on how to accumulate a large retirement nest egg without giving any thought to where their retirement assets should be invested. At Earnest Financial, we've put together a simple way for you to group your retirement assets. To learn ways you can protect your nest egg, download a complimentary Color of Money report at retirewithernest.com or call us today at 334-279-7431.
Is your money working for you? Would you like higher returns with lower risks? David Earnest of Earnest Financial Retirement Rollovers has custom-tailored strategies. With over 30 years in the industry, let him help you achieve your dreams. Earnest Financial, where they are always earnest about your money. Visit retirewithernest.com or call 279-7431. That's 279-7431. Earnest Financial.
Welcome back to the Health and Wealth Show with David Earnest, the 30-minute program that brings you good news about your money. You can call David at 334-279-7431. You can also visit his website at retirewithernest.com. Like him on Facebook at Health and Wealth with David Earnest. And while you're there, you'll find a link to David's YouTube channel where we've archived a lot of our older programs, and there's some funny comedy stuff there for your amusement as well. Now I'd like to mention our new sponsor, Ed's Restaurant, where we treat you like family.
Excuse me, can I get a little more tea, please?
Oh, get it yourself, I'm busy. Okay, well, maybe it's like the Manson family, I don't know. But here's David Earnest.
Hey, Rusty, thank you, but did y'all put that chicken outside, or is he still in here?
Actually, well, from the old song, "The Chicken's in the Pan." I don't understand what that actually means, but he's over there, and he's just kind of, he's got some of those French fried taters from Carl out there, who's always on our porch. By the way, it's kind of spooky when you come up and Carl's just there, you know.
Yeah,
and he's
he likes fried chicken too.
And he
I
was
think.
working on a lawnmower when I saw him a minute ago.
Hmm.
But they're all out front. We're in here where it's safe.
Yeah,
And you know, that's something we all need, is a safe place.
absolutely.
And a lot of times you're not just going to find that. You have to get somebody to help you put together a safe place. And that's where you need to have your portfolio in a safe place. And I'll tell you the guy who can help you with that, and that's David Earnest. 30 years in the business. Call him up at 279-7431. He will help you out. He will not let the storms get you. He'll not let the chickens peck on you and stuff. He'll take good care of you. 279-7431.
Speaking of safe place,
Mm-hmm.
you know, these folks, and I got one. I got several of them. You know, guns.
Yeah.
You got to put them in a safe place.
Yeah.
I put mine in a safe and lock it up. That's my safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know when these young chickens, youngsters might get a hold of them,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so you got to be careful. So any kind of thing that could happen, accidents. If you want to call the market dropping an accident, you know, you want to call wrecking your car an accident. Thing is, it's probability. There's a probability that says if you drive a car 75 years or longer,
Yeah.
you're going to be in an accident that could cause a fatality. Now, my brother was in one in 1997,
Mm-hmm.
and there was several fatalities. Luckily, everyone in his car survived,
That's good.
but the others in the big vehicle, huge, gigantic vehicle,
Uh-huh.
they did not.
Was
And
Was this his fault or the other people?
It was the other people. They pulled out in front of him.
Wow.
It was a huge truck pulled right out in front of me, knocked the axle off of it. It turned over and burned up.
Wow.
But what's the chances of that happening? You're driving around in a small SUV, and you'd think that this big truck, when you hit it, it's going to be smashed. You know what happened? That vehicle was so designed for safety. When that disaster happened, it came apart the way a vehicle that would be safe would come apart. Just like that condo that I have down in Panama City, that condo was built under new specs, new laws, okay? And when the storm came, that roof next door, the Pineapple Willow roof, it's gone, you know? And there's roofs. There was another condo complex right next to it. Its roof got heavy damage. I don't know how much damage we got on the roof, but, you know, we're still assessing that. But it doesn't seem like it's anywhere near, or if any, true damage. So the thing is, if you have a portfolio and you put that thing in gear for protection, you won't be damaged as much, if any, if there's storm hits. That's what you want to do. And people say, how do you do that? How do you put my portfolio into that specific safe zone, but I can still make money? Listen, that condo down there, it still makes lots of money. People rent them out like crazy. They buy into it, but when the storm didn't blow it away, all these other people around here with their other condos around it, they're blown away. They're going to be hurting. Their income went down. Their portfolio went down. You got to be prepared for portfolio erosion or crashing. Either one. Portfolios grow, but sometimes they run out of dough. You know, you ever seen dough rise in an oven?
Oh, yeah.
Well, eventually it quits rising. And then if you keep on cooking it, it's going to collapse in and turn into something that looks terrible.
Just a flat thing.
Yeah, overcooked. So when the portfolio starts getting overcooked, you got to take it out of the oven and let it kind of cool down a little bit and put it in a safe place where it won't burn up.
And you don't want your portfolio to be gone with the wind.
No, my friend.
You want to anchor it down the best you can.
Right.
And anchor it with a professional. And that would be David Ernest.
So we were talking about just a few weeks ago, that a lot of experts were saying the stock market's going to get it's top heavy. Look what it did. Look what it's doing. Is it going to correct? Who knows? Is it going to keep going up? Who knows? But do you want to be in a vehicle or an airplane or whatever it is that's got sputtering going on? Or you rather be down on the ground where you're safe again?
Let me see. Yeah, I think down on the ground where you'd be safe. You know, you get up in that airplane, you hear sputtering. That ain't a good feeling.
No, I don't want to be on some kind of sputtering type of vehicle, or, you know, your portfolio is a vehicle kind of thing, because it gets you where you need to go in your retirement. And it's just like trying to get to some place. You want to get there. You get in a good car. If it's safe, just like my brother's car, it kept them from losing their life. You get into a good portfolio, it gets you to retirement. It keeps you from losing retirement. I have people come in all the time. And I'm going to just tell you, this guy came in and he gave me permission to, I'm not using his name, but I'm going to use his terminology.
There you go.
I showed him how we do everything. He said, you know what? I get it. I said, you do? He said, your portfolio is sort of like bonds on steroids. I said, can I use that?
He coined a phrase.
And I'm using it. Yeah, bonds, you know, on steroids. These are insurance products that utilize bonds, corporate bonds, and the interest that they kick out, they buy options with, strategies and things like that. And so these things are guaranteed. The principal's guaranteed. Everything is guaranteed, and the interest that goes back in is guaranteed. And anything that you make that goes into it is guaranteed to never go away. So since the insurance company is using bonds to drive that and options to drive it, yeah, think about it as bonds on steroids, because bonds normally don't make lots of money. They just make whatever rate they're making.
Right.
But if you give a racehorse a bunch of steroids for about a year, that horse can run pretty fast, and then he's probably going to drop dead.
Yeah.
You keep feeding him steroids.
Yeah, that won't be good.
Well, that's the reason why we reset these things every year. Every year we reset it, we get a new horse.
Ah.
We get a so-called new option.
You trade in your old horse for a new one.
That's what the insurance companies do.
There you go.
They get a new one. They keep you a fresh, brand new horse. You ever heard it on these westerns that come flying in? They say, "Give me a fresh horse."
The Pony Express, you know.
Yeah,
where they
give me
run
a
in
fresh
and-
horse.
Yeah.
These insurance companies give you a fresh horse, a fresh option every year on your what they call strategies. And so what happens is you're always fresh, you're always running strong, and they're funding this thing with bonds. So you've got bonds on steroids every year. You get a fresh horse, and it gets on steroids, and we just keep on going.
I asked for a fresh horse, and they gave me one, and he said, "Hi, Thaler." And I was,
No,
yeah,
man, you got the wrong TV
a
show.
weird horse.
That was the wrong Western show
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's weird.
True Grit.
Mm.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just going through all these things I could say that would get us taken off the air. So
No,
I'm trying
don't do
not-
that. I don't
trying-
wanna-
Trying not to
I
say
need
them.
to, we need to stay on our horse here.
Yes, we should.
Yes. So that's it. You want to stay on your horse.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to get bucked off. I used to ride horses when I was a kid a lot, and I got bucked off quite a bit. But I learned some tricks about staying on the horse. You got to learn some tricks about staying in your portfolio, staying on the horse. In other words, if you're going to put your portfolio on a bucking horse, there's a good chance you're going to get bucked off.
Yeah.
But if you put your portfolio on a horse that just gallops strong and tries to keep you on the back, and if something goes wrong, that horse evens out that ride for you. And then when you get to the end of that year or two, you get a fresh horse, you keep running again with it, then your portfolio just keeps on going. You look over to the side, and maybe somebody else had that bucking horse, and the portfolio is scattered all over the ground.
He's laying over there all broke up and everything, and
And he broke his crown.
it's just not a good thing when you get
Yeah.
bucked off the horse.
So that's it. The storms of life. Now, I'm not all negative. I'm all about using the market with these programs.
Uh-huh.
These programs use the markets, my friend. The thing is, we use the markets in a smart way. We use the markets where we can't lose today, tomorrow. No way. We can't lose money. And the principal's guaranteed by insurance companies. People say, well, I don't like insurance companies. Well, you know what? Nobody really loves insurance companies, but I have ways. I'm going to tell you, I got this friend, and I hooked him up with a condo association down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And down in Florida, and I want to get this in Alabama. Friends, we need to work on our politicians here in Alabama. We need this in Alabama. They have something down there called insurance advocates. And I called this guy up a few years ago, and I said, look, my hot water heater has blown up. He said, don't worry, I'll take care of it. So he goes in there. I had like a $3,000 deductible for my hot water heater and all that stuff. He ended up getting me enough money, and it was in the mega thousands, that I took those mega thousands that I got rewarded from the insurance company and him. It didn't cost me a penny. He took his proceeds out of what he made.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting to remodel my condo. I put new doors in there. I put new curtains in there. I put new floors in there. I had it painted. And I'm going, wow.
Took the horse out for dinner.
Took the horse out for dinner.
Yeah.
What we need, I'm the other side. I'm the other side in the annuity and the life insurance arena. I do what he did down there, but we need that PNC thing here too.
All right. We'll work on that. And we're going to have to get out of here, too.
Ooh, let's do another show
We
here.
have galloped through a whole nother 30-minute radio program here. So what you need to do is look up David Ernest there on his website at retirewithernest.com. Call him at 279-7431 and come back and see us again next time when we come back with more Health and Wealth with David Ernest.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
All matters discussed during the show are for informational purposes only. Each individual situation may vary, and the opinions expressed here may not apply to everyone. Materials presented are believed to be from reliable sources, and no representations can be made as to its accuracy. All ideas and information should be discussed in detail with one of our qualified representatives prior to implementation.